In a picturesque village nestled amidst rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Momotaro. With his bright eyes and a mischievous grin, he was always the center of attention. However, there was a flaw in Momotaro's character that tainted his charm. He was incredibly greedy. Momotaro had an insatiable desire for material possessions. He would spend his days collecting shiny trinkets, precious stones, and golden coins, hoarding them all for himself. His heart was consumed by greed, and he never thought of sharing with others. As the years went by, Momotaro's greed grew stronger. He would venture into the village marketplace, scanning for any item he could claim as his own. His family and friends tried to reason with him, urging him to consider the value of sharing and the joy it could bring. But Momotaro remained stubborn, turning a deaf ear to their pleas. One fateful day, a traveling peddler arrived in the village. He had a ragged appearance and carried a bundle of worn-out belongings. Despite his tattered appearance, the peddler possessed a kind heart and a keen sense of observation. The peddler had heard of Momotaro's greed and the negative impact it had on the community. With compassion in his eyes, he decided to teach the young boy a valuable lesson. He approached Momotaro's house and knocked on the door. Curiosity piqued, Momotaro cautiously opened the door to find the peddler standing before him. "Who are you, old man?" Momotaro asked with suspicion. The peddler smiled warmly. "I am a traveler in search of food and shelter," he replied humbly. "If you could spare some kindness, I would be grateful." Momotaro's eyes flickered with greed, as he saw an opportunity to gain something for himself. "I can offer you food and shelter," he said with a cunning smile, "but only if you pay me in return with something valuable." The peddler understood the depths of Momotaro's greed and saw the perfect opportunity to teach him a lesson. He agreed to the terms, and Momotaro eagerly welcomed him inside his house. As they sat down for a modest meal, Momotaro's mind was filled with visions of the treasure he would acquire. With each bite, he grew more impatient, eagerly awaiting his payment. But the peddler seemed in no rush to fulfill his end of the bargain. Finally, after the meal was finished, the peddler reached into his bundle and pulled out a small, ordinary-looking stone. Momotaro's eyes widened with disappointment. "Is this what you consider valuable?" he scoffed. The peddler's voice remained calm as he replied, "This stone may not appear valuable, but it possesses a magic that can change your life forever. It holds the power to transform your heart and open your eyes to the beauty of sharing." Momotaro's greed still burned within him, clouding his judgment. Eager to prove the peddler wrong, he snatched the stone and held it tightly in his hand, doubting its power. To his surprise, a warm glow enveloped Momotaro, and he felt a sudden weakness in his limbs. He dropped the stone, and as it hit the ground, he watched in disbelief as his fancy clothes turned into rags. The piles of treasures he had hoarded over the years vanished into thin air. Momotaro had become what he had feared the most, a beggar. His greed had stripped him of his wealth and left him with nothing. The peddler revealed his true form, a wise spirit